Imagine waking up and instantly being bombarded by notifications, emails, and news alerts, all fighting for your attention. Your mind struggles to keep up with the endless stream of information. You try to focus, but your productivity drops, your stress levels shoot up, and your creativity fades. This isn't just an off day, it's a daily struggle for millions of people. In this video, we'll uncover how information overload is secretly wrecking your mental health, hurting your work, and even damaging your relationships. Stay with us to learn how to take back control of your life and escape the constant chaos. In the modern age, we are constantly bombarded with information from all directions. The advent of the internet, social media, and instant communication has revolutionized how we access and consume information. While this technological advancement has many benefits, it has also led to a phenomenon known as information overload. Information overload occurs when the volume of available information exceeds our capacity to process it. This overload can have significant negative impacts on our mental health, productivity, and overall well-being. Information overload is not just about the quantity of information but also its complexity, diversity, and the speed at which it is presented. Our brains are designed to process information in a structured and meaningful way, but the sheer volume and rapid pace of information today can overwhelm this natural process. This results in a cognitive bottleneck where our ability to absorb, analyze, and make decisions is severely impaired. Every day, we are exposed to an astronomical amount of data. From emails and news articles to social media posts and notifications, the influx of information is relentless. According to a study by the University of California, San Diego, the average American consumes about 34 gigabytes of information each day. This constant barrage can overwhelm our cognitive capacities, leading to stress and decreased mental clarity. Not only are we dealing with a large volume of information, but the information itself is often complex and varied. We encounter diverse types of content, from text and images to videos and infographics, each requiring different cognitive processes to understand. This variety adds to the cognitive load, making it more difficult to process and retain information. The speed at which information is delivered also contributes to overload. With the rise of 24-hour news cycles, social media updates, and real-time notifications, we are under constant pressure to keep up. This can create a sense of urgency and anxiety, as we feel the need to stay informed and respond immediately. Continuous exposure to vast amounts of information can have detrimental effects on our mental health. These psychological impacts are multifaceted, affecting our stress levels, decision-making abilities, and overall cognitive function. One of the most immediate effects of information overload is increased stress and anxiety. The pressure to stay informed, coupled with the fear of missing out, can lead to chronic stress. This stress is compounded by the constant interruptions from notifications and alerts, which can prevent us from focusing and relaxing. Information overload can also impair our cognitive functions, such as attention, memory, and decision-making. When our brains are overwhelmed with information, it becomes difficult to focus on a single task or piece of information. This can lead to difficulties in concentrating, making it hard to complete tasks efficiently. Furthermore, information overload can impair our working memory, which is essential for processing and retaining information. When our working memory is overloaded, we struggle to recall information and make decisions. A study published in the journal Psychological Bulletin found that information overload negatively affects cognitive performance, leading to poorer decision-making and problem-solving abilities. Another consequence of information overload is decision paralysis. When faced with too many choices and too much information, we may find it difficult to make decisions. This phenomenon, known as decision fatigue, occurs because our cognitive resources are depleted by the effort required to process and evaluate the information. As a result, we may delay making decisions or make poor choices. Information overload does not only affect our mental health, it also has significant implications for our productivity. In the workplace, the constant influx of information can disrupt our workflow and reduce our efficiency. The constant interruptions from emails, messages, and notifications can disrupt our workflow and make it difficult to maintain focus. Each time we are interrupted, it takes time for our brains to refocus on the task at hand. This phenomenon, known as task switching, can lead to a decrease in productivity and an increase in errors. Information overload can also stifle creativity. Creativity often requires uninterrupted time to think, reflect, and generate new ideas. However, when we are constantly bombarded with information, it becomes difficult to find the mental space needed for creative thinking. Moreover, the pressure to keep up with the constant stream of information can lead to a focus on short-term tasks and immediate concerns, rather than long-term goals and innovative thinking. This can limit our ability to come up with creative solutions and ideas. The effects of information overload are not limited to our individual well-being and productivity, they can also affect our social relationships. The constant engagement with digital information can lead to decreased face-to-face interactions and impaired social connections. As we spend more time consuming information online, we may have less time for face-to-face interactions with friends and family. This can lead to a sense of social isolation and loneliness, as we miss out on the benefits of in-person social connections. Information overload can also impair our communication skills. When we are constantly switching between different sources of information, it can be difficult to fully engage in conversations and listen actively. This can lead to misunderstandings and weaken relationships. Furthermore, the brevity and fast-paced nature of digital communication can lead to superficial interactions, rather than deep and meaningful conversations. This can make it harder to build and maintain strong social connections. Given the pervasive nature of information overload, it is essential to develop strategies to manage and mitigate its effects. Here are some effective coping strategies. 1. Prioritize and filter information. One of the most effective ways to manage information overload is to prioritize and filter the information we consume. This can involve setting specific goals for what information is most important and relevant to our needs. By focusing on high-priority information, we can reduce the cognitive load and avoid unnecessary distractions. 2. Limit multitasking. While multitasking might seem like a way to handle more information, it often leads to decreased productivity and increased cognitive load. Instead, focusing on one task at a time can improve efficiency and reduce the stress associated with information overload. 3. Take regular breaks. Taking regular breaks can help prevent cognitive fatigue and reduce the risk of information overload. Short breaks throughout the day can give our brains time to rest and recover, improving overall cognitive function and productivity. 4. Use technology wisely. Technology itself can be both a cause and a solution for information overload. Using tools such as email filters, notification settings, and information management apps can help organize and control the flow of information. Setting specific times for checking emails and social media can also help create boundaries and reduce interruptions. To sum up, information overload is a significant challenge in the modern digital age, affecting our mental health, productivity, and social relationships. The constant influx of information can lead to increased stress, impaired cognitive function, and decreased productivity. Moreover, it can negatively impact our social interactions and communication skills. In an era where information is abundant and constantly accessible, it is crucial to find a balance that allows us to stay informed without being overwhelmed. By taking proactive steps to manage information overload, we can protect our mental health, enhance our productivity, and maintain meaningful social connections. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.